Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is sponsored by Engage Industries, and it's a 3 5-minute rounds, and is your main event of the evening. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he's an MMA fighter, trained by Trail out of Dominance MMA in Melbourne, Victoria. Here's a fight record of 4 fights for 3 wins with 3 finishes. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Mannu. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he's an MMA fighter, training out of Next Generation Mixed Martial Arts in Mandurah, Western Australia, head coached by Marcus McKeever. He weighed in at 61.2 kilograms. He has a fight record of 2 fights for 2 victories with 2 finishes. He is, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Drilich. Fighters to the center of the cage, your following instructions.
Okay, we've been over the rules. Follow my instructions at all times. If I call stop, I expect you both to stop immediately. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, you can do so now. Head back to your corners, be ready.
Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Drilich versus Michael Mannu. Daniel, here we are. Top fight of the billing. What do you know about Michael?
Michael Mannu, a fighter who, according to his own coaches, is a man who is extremely well-rounded. All of his victories have come from stoppages. Like literally those fights have all been jiu-jitsu finishes as well. He's got extremely good grappling, but also his striking isn't to be discounted. Apparently his kicks especially is something to look out for.
He has a tough opponent here in Anthony though, from down from Mandurah way, who has dynamite in his hands, both hands, left and right hand.
He certainly has. Michael's looking to try to clinch here and dirty box, but Anthony's quite adept being there as well. As we know with Anthony, he's a guy who models himself on Manny Pacquiao in the way he fights. He loves this in-clinching game, loves to be dirty in terms of his striking, likes getting in those short, sharp hooks. He's a guy who's extremely well-rounded himself, great wrestling background, excellent when it comes to jiu-jitsu, specifically with his leg locks. So it'll be interesting how these two fight and how their styles combine, you know.
They've started this first minute in a ferocious pace, and I think it'll keep going for as long as this bout lasts.
Oh yeah, I think this will be a high tempo fight from start to finish. And Anthony now is in a fight, this Michael man, we can tell from those initial exchanges, this guy is not here to mess around. And Anthony needs this kind of challenge as well. Anthony needs someone who's really going to push him. I think that's where we'll see the best of Anthony Drilich.
Big left hand landed by.
Both fighters are throwing away for leather, and it's absolutely fantastic, scintillating exchanges.
Michael has a chin on him, and he returns with a straight right, left hand.
And both fighters are taking punches and absolutely standing in the middle and just teeing off on each other. This is what you want to see in a main event.
Both southpaws as well. Both have that left leg back, looking to land that left hand, left high kick.
Touch of blood coming out of Michael Mannu's nose.
Oh, he can take a punch. That was big shots by Anthony.
He certainly can. And hitting him around the nose as well. You can just see his eyes starting to tear up a little bit. I wonder if that's going to affect the way he's going to fight. And he's looking just to take his time.
Being a pro fight, this is 3 5-minute rounds, so we're only halfway through the round, and there's already been a lot of action.
There has been a lot of action, you're right.
Trading leg kicks.
To see if it keeps up for the entire fight.
High kick again by Michael.
Michael Mannu's got a slight reach advantage, and it's never really bothered Anthony anyway. He kind of likes to stand on the inside and trade punches. Oh, that's another 2 fantastic punches. Excellently timed. And again, Anthony Drilich absolutely nailing with that cross. And his legs are dropped, and he's looking for the finish. He's looking to try and finish this fight. He's actively looking for this now, and he just backs off, just taking his time, keeping his patience. Oh, good front kick.
Michael is game. He's hanging in there. He's been hit with some big shots, but he's not afraid to trade in that pocket.
He's not afraid to chase.
I like to see him go back to try and get that takedown. He initiated from the beginning, the dirty boxing into the clinch. I like to see him try and get that takedown again.
Yeah. Standing and banging around, we're establishing here. There's a little bit of a rhythm going on, and I'm just wondering whether Michael would be better going into a grappling exchange and seeing if he can take Anthony down.
Even just threatening that takedown, it'll get Anthony out of that rhythm, out of that left hand.
And Anthony just seems to keep finding a home for that cross. Oh, and he's just wobbling him in, and he's wobbling him. His legs are unsteady. Can Anthony finish? And he's looking for the finish now.
Michael's biting down on that mouthpiece and just swinging back.
He really is.
He's a big left hand.
A little punch himself.
Anthony likes it. He loves it. Coming from Mandra with Marcus McKeever there, you know he's tough. He's tough as they come.
Marcus breeds tough fighters, but at the same time, and he's also from the Philippines. As I said, he loves Manny Pacquiao. He models himself on this kind of guy in terms of his striking, and you can really see that here tonight. And it's the fact that he's got Anthony's got his timing down. So Michael needs to change up what he's doing.
Big leg kick.
That's a good start for Michael.
And left hand.
That's a good start. And that's rocked, mate. That's rocked Anthony just a touch, and he just needs to recover himself a little bit.
He's laughing. He loves it.
He's enjoying being in a fight, and he's enjoying being in a fight and enjoying trading. This is a side of his game I've not seen before, and I'm enjoying it. I must say, this is a great fight. Absolutely fantastic changes. Good knees from Michael Mannu. And Michael Mannu, good knees.
We're just out of breath here.
His pace
is just insane. Shots landed. Anthony just laughed every one of them off, but they were some big shots. Probably the hardest he's been hit in his young career to this stage.
We have 30 seconds of the round left. The pace has just dropped slightly, but there is plenty of blood spilt. Both fighters seem to be enjoying themselves now. That was a nice attempt at a Uchimata. The head snapped down, but Anthony was wise to it. The dirty boxing on show here is fantastic. I mean,
body shots, big body shots.
Really.
And an elbow, and another one. Oh, another big left hand.
And Anthony Drilich felt that one and throws back with fire himself. This is an absolute firecracker of a fight. Michael Mannu just seems to have set. His legs have went out from underneath him.
And a run. Round two.
And we are back for round two. Jake, tell me what you thought of that first round.
Well, both those boys got rocked. Anthony held his own a lot better, I think. Michael did land his shots, but at the end of the round, he wobbled back to his stool, and a little bit of confusion with his corner coming into the wrong side of the cage. Oh, big left hand.
And Anthony takes it as
well. He has a chin and a head kick.
So impressed by his chin. Right now, it seems that this fight is just going to continue in the same vein it led off. Both lads trading absolute hell for leather.
There is going to be a left hand that ends this fight. I'm calling it now. Someone's going to land that left, and the other person's not getting up. Both of them are just deadly with that left hand.
And now we're waiting. Good leg kick attempt. And I think here, I think you're right, Jake. I'll be very surprised if this fight goes to decision. But what a fight this is. This is the kind of fight that we wanted to see. Tested out at the best levels, and this is what we want to see in WA. More of these
hard
kinds
kicks
of fights.
from Michael. Hard kicks. He's come all the way from Victoria and throwing with intentions.
The tempo just slowed down a touch right now, Jake. What do you think?
I think they're respecting each other's power. They both know that they can get caught. They both know that their left hand is there. And there's a takedown attempt.
And he stuffs the first attempt, but he's still working on it. He's trying to take it to his back. Now we enter into a different stage of the fight. Let's see what he can do from here. And he needs to defend.
This where his Michael's reach and length could come into play. If he can look to take the back here.
He's looking to trip. He gets the trip.
And there's that one hook, and he's looking to get under the neck.
Can he secure the control of the neck?
He's in a little bit of disadvantage with the cage there, but he is getting sneaky under the chin.
He's literally trying to saw that arm underneath Anthony's neck. We've still got a long time left in this round as well, 3.5 minutes.
The cage is doing him no favours. If Anthony can keep turning,
pushing him up against the cage.
Yeah, there you go. He's lost the position.
That's it. Anthony is extremely difficult to basically get into a running position like that.
And he drops again. He's got his hands clasped together in a double leg position.
He's looking for the takedown. You may get it this time if you can pull Anthony off.
Both hands are connected underneath the butt. He needs to really pull these legs out and away from the cage.
Marcus McKeever shouting frantic instructions on the side there. We're definitely seeing some.
And there's the takedown, but can he keep him down?
seeing a little bit of fight intelligence from Michael Mannu.
And now he's going to look to take the back.
Again, Anthony Drilich using the cage to his advantage, using that cage to ensure that his back can't be taken.
He's going to look to switch his hand through for a dash choke here.
He is looking for that. It's not a high percentage.
It's not at all. He should have. I believe
he used it to secure the position.
Yeah, I think he should have tried to take the back a little bit more there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that left hand is going to come out firing.
Anthony looking to throw off. He's establishing his range, establishing the jab again, looking for that cross, always looking for that cross. And there we go. He's seeing the uppercut coming through.
He's slipping beautifully, just to the side. And there's a takedown attempt again. And he's got it. This time they're in the middle. Anthony looking to turn again.
Looking to basically use the cage, and this time Michael's managed to get his back.
Michael's got one hook in,
so this could
two hooks.
This could be dangerous right now.
He's flattened him out.
Can he get the finish? Anthony needs to come back up to his feet. He absolutely needs to get back up to his knees as soon as he can. Instead of letting himself being flattened out right now, not a good position to be in.
Michael's landing these punches. He's in a half mount, half back control position. I like to see him transition straight to the mount.
This is a good position for him to be in there, especially with his back up against the cage.
He's going to look to take the back here.
We're just looking to see what he's establishing there. He's looking.
He needs to control here.
Yeah, like it's a strange position that he's got himself in. He's kind of full mount.
There's the punches, and he's going to lose the back. He's looking for the choke. Again, the dash. He's looking for the dash.
Again, looking for the dash choke.
Oh.
Those long arms of his. I just don't know if he'd been better off going for the guillotine.
He's locked it up. He's locked it up.
He's definitely in.
He's turning it tight.
It's tight. Will he be able to hold on? I'm not sure how long we got left in this fight.
It's nice and deep, but Anthony's holding on.
He's holding on. He's not tapping. Michael Mannu, is he going to look to advance his position, or is he going to look to hold this position?
He needs to get his hips out a little bit. His hips are a little bit high. He's coming on top.
And he's come on top there. We don't have a submission, but Michael is still in an advantageous position. Right now, you've got to say this is a round each, and this is going to be interesting. It's going to set up a compelling finish in the final round, if it goes to a final round.
He's still going to take the back again.
And he defending the choke, defending the arm on top.
And the mount position again. Anthony's really making sure he's not taking any damage here, but it's not a good position. Look for the triangle. He's looking to step over for the triangle.
Yeah,
it's not there. Anthony, good defense.
And he needs to defend. How long? 10 seconds. And he needs to defend. He needs to improve his position. If he doesn't,
the ref could stop the fight here.
He might get a fight stopped. The referee's taking a close look. We're down to the last 10 seconds. We've got to see Anthony must improve his position. If he doesn't improve his position, the referee's taking a very close look. This could be over, this fight. And the referee allows it to go to a third round. My word, that was close to a finish.
Third
and final round of this main event. We believe here in the commentator desk that it's one round apiece. Michael's going to try and get Anthony back on the ground, and Anthony's going to try and find a home for that left hand.
Isn't it rare to see fighters with such clear differences in terms of their games? I mean, that second round there, Michael Mannu really did dominate those grappling exchanges. But we've seen Anthony wobble Michael so many times in that first round. It's going to be intriguing to see how this fight ends now. We've got one final round. Both fighters know what each other's about. It's just going to be a case of who can actually finish the other first.
In that first round, I'm not sure how Michael made it back to his stool. And he comes out in the second round, mounts him, takes his back, looks for a choke. There's the takedown again. Shot from too far out then. He set the takedown up in the second round with kicks and punches. He just shot from outside then. He really needs to go back to setting that up.
I did think the second takedown that Michael Mannu got was just a shot as well. And I think Anthony was maybe getting a little bit excited and coming forward, and that is obviously dangerous against someone who's going to shoot in on you know what I mean? So look for a slightly more reserved approach to striking now. Anthony wants to control this third round with striking from the outside.
There's that shot, and he's got him down.
And he didn't set that up, and he took him down, and that is obviously a concern for Anthony Drilich. You know, he needs to. If you're going to set up a shot, you need to basically set it up with hands. Just to take it like that is not the best thing that you see. You know.
That's it. He's got the underhook, and he's looking for that dast again. He's got those long arms. Anthony's doing really well, getting to his. That's nice and tight, but he's going to slip out. I think it's too. Yeah, they're too sweaty here. I like to see him consolidate position there, because Anthony can finish a fight any second.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's what Anthony's going to be looking for. He's just going to be looking for the knockout. But my word, two tough two tough competitors in the ring right now. Absolutely tough. And Michael may be looking at a way home here. Michael Mannu might be looking at this is his way home.
I believe so. That's another takedown. I think that's 4 to 5 in total for the round, for the fight duration, sorry. And Anthony really needs to look to get back up. That left hand was dynamite in that first round.
It was indeed. But if this fight stays here for the rest of it, then Anthony's not going to be able to get himself back into a position.
Where would you like to see Michael go from here?
I think Michael should be looking at basically like locking the hips down, and then from there either looking to move around to the back. But bear in mind, he's got the cage there, so if he can get his back also in between the cage and keep Anthony Drilich flat, then basically he can have a really good time of controlling him from there, landing significant strikes as well. What do you think Anthony needs to do to stand here?
I really think he needs to put his back against the cage. Use that right arm instead of little hammer fist to create the space, push off a little bit and walk back up the cage. He's so strong in that dirty clinch that if he can get that fight back to the position, Michael may panic and get caught again.
That's right, and he just needs to land the one, but at the moment Andy's not really moving, which is a bit of a concern. He seems to be quite happy just to sit there and punch from the bottom, and he needs to actually move. He needs to try and look to get that leg free and move, because at the moment in time...
And there's that dash set up again.
Trying to dash choke.
He really wants to finish, but I really like to see him go to mount and just look to finish from there. He nearly finished the fight at the end of the last round.
He did, and if he comes back to that mount position...
Good underhook, knee slide position. He's going to look to slide through.
We have 1 minute and 30 more or less left, and it looks like here...
And he's back in the mount.
Back into mount. And this is a very, very strong position for Michael Mannu. Michael's looking to consolidate, control at the moment in time. The longer he controls this fight, the more chance he has of finishing it. And Anthony needs to move, and he needs to be popping those hips, moving around. At the moment in time, he's just taking strikes. What do you think Anthony needs to do here to get himself out of this predicament that he's in, Jake?
He bridged and rolled there, which is perfect, but it was only one explosive movement. Michael only had to think for 1 second and then consolidate again. If he can chain those together, bridge and roll, hips, everything together, I think he can get out and really look to put the pressure on for the last minute. But at the moment, he's just looking to tie the fight up, which isn't going to work in his favour, because I've only given him 1 round.
And this is smart. This is smart from Michael Mannu. He knows he's got 1 minute left. He's controlling the fight. He's on top. He's just holding the position. He knows this is probably going to go to the judges' scorecard. And as good as Anthony fought in the first round, you only get 1 point for winning 1 round. You only win 1
Here
point.
we go.
For the sweep, and Michael Mannu.
And he's postured up now.
Again, and he's looking to finish with strikes from the top. And Anthony Drilich needs to basically get himself back up from the feet. Michael Mannu now looking to consolidate his position.
He's going to look to Grammy roll. Oh, he's turned it off.
Consolidating the position.
Taking the back.
Looking for the rear naked.
He's a little bit high. Anthony can kind of sit up and shake him off.
We've got 20 seconds left of this fight. He's looking for the finish. He's stretching him out. He's gone for the body triangle. I think we're going to see this fight end in control for Michael Mannu.
What a performance from Michael Mannu. Rocked badly in the first round.
The fight was more or less over.
And came back to take the next 2 rounds.
And it looks unfortunately, he might have taken those 2 rounds, unfortunately. From the minute he started looking for those takedowns, that was the fight change. And that's the end of our card today.
After 3 rounds, we head to the judges for the decision. All 3 judges scored 29-28 for your winner by unanimous points decision. Out of the blue corner, Michael Mannu. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Michael Mannu. Mate, you came back from a few huge shots. First of all, how are you feeling? And how's it feel to pull out the victory?
Oh man, it feels amazing. Like I said before, I got interviewed before the fight, thought I was going to win by get a finish, submission or knockout. I know Anthony was coming to finish me with all their victories or finishes. Disappointed I didn't get the finish, but it was good to fight. Like, showed me a lot about myself. I got to test my wrestling and just my heart. So I appreciate Anthony and his team for stepping up, taking that fight, and thanks Eternal for making me main event. Woo!
And Michael Mannu, what is next for you, mate? 3 in a row.
Oh man, I want to get a few fights in Melbourne. I want fights have been interstate. If I could go back on Eternal, I'd love to fight for that bantamweight belt. If you guys want to see that, Mitch Martin's a fantastic fighter. I've watched his fights, and that's someone I'm interested in as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Michael Mannu. Now that does bring us to a close of Eternal MMA 34. Make sure you follow Eternal MMA on Facebook. I want to thank our sponsors, Engage Industries, Combat Sports Insurance, and Nightcraft Bobbers. Ladies and gentlemen, drive safe, and we'll see you next time.